I'm the president of Ford North America, and I'm proud to be a part of the Ford Motor Company.
Ford is in my blood. It's in the family's blood. It has been for 3 generations. And recently, one of our police officers in our city where we have the dealership bought an EcoSport, and he called me and told me that his daughter was in a car accident. Didn't know how bad she was, but was on his way to go see her. He sent me pictures in about 20 minutes, and the pictures were his daughter standing there just fine. Then I talked to him and I said, look, the car did what it was supposed to do. And I said, she's walked away from this one. Anyone you can walk away from is a good one. And that made me proud to be a Ford dealer.
My grandfather, when he became ill and was no longer able to move, he rarely ever left the house and was completely dependent on those around him. In terms of starting GoRide, that's where the inspiration really stuck with me, to really focus on those who've lost their mobility and people are who
inside the Ford stamping plant, so I saw the auto industry up close. I saw what Ford meant to a community and to our families. I've also been fortunate to have worked in Silicon Valley, but I haven't forgotten my roots, and I care deeply about the American auto industry. When Pete and I founded Argo, we had a lot of options for where to take the company. We chose Ford as our first partner because our values align. They've been in business for more than a century, earning consumer trust. They want to go about solving self-driving in the same way, the right way. I look forward to helping Ford succeed, and I'm proud to partner with them to transform cities, transform lives, and make transportation even more accessible. Every day, we're learning more about creating robust, real-world solutions that will benefit millions of people. Ford is a great partner, and we are proud to be working with them.
Good morning, and welcome to Detroit, where Ford will be creating the future of transportation. The stories you just saw are why I'm so proud to be part of the Ford Motor Company. One of the best parts of my job is hearing the personal connection people feel to our products and to our company, the passion customers feel when they buy their first Ford, the pride a worker feels to follow in his father's or his grandfather's footsteps, the promise an engineer feels that the project she's working on could change everything. Ford is a family company, and that comes through in the pride and the passion that our employees show every day. This is my 20th Detroit Auto Show as Ford's chairman. 20 years ago, many said automakers wouldn't build in America anymore. 10 years ago, many said we might not make it at all. And while others were focused on survival, I saw a tremendous wave of change coming our way. Today, that change is upon us. From how we build our cars, to what they run on, to the way we buy them, hail them, or even drive them. And with the moves we've been making these past few years, there's no company better positioned than Ford to lead that change in a way that you can trust. Think about it. Last year, we celebrated the 100th birthday of the Rouge, a plant that helped build the middle class, and today makes the best-selling truck in America. And in that same spirit of rebirth, last summer I announced that we were buying the once beautiful Michigan Central Station. We will restore it to its former glory, and we will create the transportation system of tomorrow in Corktown. No other company can make a claim like that. We're not built on bailouts or hype. We're built Ford proud, and we're built forever. This year, the new products we're launching will give us the freshest lineup of cars and trucks in the industry. And today, you'll see 2 new versions of the best family SUV that's ever been designed, and one that shows our commitment to our customers. Or, if you prefer wide open throttle to wide open spaces, we're going to introduce the most powerful street legal Mustang ever. I hope you'll feel the passion that our team and our customers have for our products. It's been over 100 years since Ford made the freedom of movement available to everybody. Now, we're at the dawn of a new transportation era. And I've seen more startups, technologists, investors, and inventors flood into our industry in the past few years than at any time in my tenure. And we now have the opportunity to make people's lives better around the world, to create a sustainable future for our planet, and to deliver the best products to our customers. And on behalf of my family, we're committed to leading this change. And here to explain a bit more is the architect of our transformation, Jim Hackett.
Thanks, brother. Well, thank you, Bill. Bill, it's an honor to stand in front of you today. Because of me, one of the things that makes Ford special is that we've always been a family business. Being a family business grounds us in persistent values that are important as we navigate what must be the most profound shift in transportation since Henry Ford started the company. That grounding builds trust in our brand, and Bill and I believe there's nothing more important than that. Over the past year, I often talked about how this shift is about opportunity and optimism for Ford in the future. And today, I'm proud to say our team is turning this into action. Let's start with the sheet metal in this room. There's a terrific future for Ford in the business of building vehicles. By the end of 2020, we will replace 75% of our US lineup. Let's underscore that. In the next 24 months in the US, we're going to introduce more trucks, utilities, performance and electrified vehicles than we ever have before. Our new Ranger, it's red hot. We've heard from more than 288,000 hand raisers online already. These are F-150 type numbers. And this week, we're introducing our completely redesigned Explorer. And in the months ahead, you'll see a new Escape, a Super Duty, Transit, plus our Mustang-inspired electric vehicle that I hinted about yesterday. And of course, the return of Bronco. It gets my heart racing. Now here's the thing. These vehicles are laying the foundation for a new way of thinking about mobility and our future. It begins with connectivity. We're connecting every new Ford vehicle to the cloud. And soon these vehicles will talk to the world around them and to each other through a technology called CV2X. This means our cars will be able to communicate with stoplights, parking spots, other vehicles, and more. The result is going to be an absolute game changer, leading us to less traffic congestion, fewer accidents, better parking, and a whole lot more. At the same time, they will have sensors that we could have never imagined. It's the equivalent of having eyes and ears on the vehicles. The integration of the sensors into the behavior of the vehicle is the real alchemy of turning straw to gold. And that will determine who wins in the future from my perspective. Talent, that's going to matter in that future as well. And we have that talent with our partner that you saw in Argo AI. They're world-class in areas like robotics, perception, and a thing called DevOps. Well, today we're testing real living autonomous vehicles on the road in DC, Miami, Pittsburgh, and of course, here in Detroit. The vehicles, the connectivity, the network around it all of this is going to come together into an entirely new system. It's going to create new businesses that drive profits for the existing businesses and allow us to experience the world in new beneficial ways we could only imagine. This is what I meant by smart vehicles for a smart world. We're moving quickly, but we're also moving thoughtfully because this transformation isn't going to be easy, nor can it be taken lightly. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about capitalizing on a huge addressable market, it's about making lives better. I and over 200,000 employees around the world get to come to work every day with that inspiration driving us. You felt it in Kumar's opening comments. In fact, a few weeks ago, I got an email from one of our employees. She told me that her daughter was recently driving home, likely wasn't paying attention. She came around a corner, would have slammed into the car in front of her. She wouldn't have seen it, but instead the automatic emergency brakes on her Ford Edge stopped the car. She came away without a scratch, thank goodness. Now, what makes me proud is that we're building that capability, that braking system, into all of our vehicles. So it's available to millions of people. And of course, one day, one of your loved ones. This is what Ford is all about. We democratize technology. And there's no better example of bringing that commitment to life than the work we're doing to help police and first responders, which brings me to the first new vehicle of the day. Let me introduce I got to have myself, Marcy. Let me introduce Marcy Cleavorn, who's the head of mobility. This is the new Ford Police Interceptor utility. Now, I've got to ask her in front of all of you, is this the first legitimate time you've been in a police car?
Thankfully, yes, Jim, this is my first ride in a police car. But my team has spent hundreds of hours riding with police to understand what they really need from our technology.
Well, maybe you can tell us how a smart, connected police vehicle works in the real world today.
Actually, let me tell you a story. Last year, an officer was in a crash and was too injured to call for help. He died before anyone could find him. We want to stop this from ever happening again, and connectivity is the answer. With our new suite of police apps, departments can monitor their fleets in real time. One new feature is smart crash alerts that let dispatch know if an officer is in an accident and is unresponsive, so we can prevent tragedy. This is what can be done when vehicles are connected to the world around them. When it launches next summer, every 2020 Ford Police Interceptor utility will come equipped with a built-in modem and a 2-year Ford telematics subscription, so we can help more police departments save money, time, and lives.
Thanks, Marcy. Well, you know, we're proud to be America's police vehicle leader in service of people who take care of us. We're also proud to introduce the first electrified version of our best-selling Explorer, and that's what's exciting, is that it's the next generation hybrid. And I mean, this is a real incredible vehicle. It combines outstanding capability with fewer stops at the pump. To prove it, we asked one of our Explorer engineers to take his family and explore the Lewis and Clark Trail on a single gas. Take a look.
Sam, come on, let's go. Hey, do you need any help?
That would be amazing. Thank you.
I'm Scott Slamek, and I'm proud to represent the Explorer team with my family and introduce the all-new Explorer Hybrid. As you can see, I've got a bunch of adventurous kids, and we put this SUV through its paces. So I can tell you this is a no-compromise hybrid. In fact, this vehicle reinvents the standard for what a hybrid can be. Thanks to a 3.3-liter hybrid powertrain that delivers 318 horsepower, this rear-wheel drive Explorer Hybrid is fully capable to go off-road and can tow up to 5,000 pounds. Plus, it's projected to return an EPA estimated range of more than 500 miles between fill-ups. Incredible. We're proud that we are able to make the Explorer Hybrid a true, no-compromise vehicle. And now it's time to see what the performance version can do.
Mila?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the all-new Ford Explorer ST. And you just saw Ford Performance Engineer Heather Fadulo give you a taste of what this new vehicle can do. Heather, great driving. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for Heather. As Heather showed you, the Explorer ST gives you the best of both worlds. You get the full capability and flexibility of a family SUV when you need it, but at the same time, you get the sheer joy of driving a Ford performance vehicle when you want it. Now, this isn't your grandma's SUV, unless your granny has a lead foot. Under the hood is an all-new 3-liter EcoBoost that turns out 400 horsepower with 415 pound-feet of torque, making this the fastest Explorer we've ever built. Just how fast? Well, in our testing, it proved even faster than an $80,000 Range Rover Sport. And as Heather can tell you, Explorer ST delivers the truly engaging driving experience that you've come to expect from all Ford Performance products, thanks to its all-new rear-wheel drive architecture. Of course, being an ST, it needs to look the part. And this vehicle does with signature ST appearance that includes a unique grille, red brake calipers, ST puddle lamps, and these exclusive 21-inch aluminum wheels. Now, today, we're also announcing the first ever Ford ST Performance driving experience for SUVs launching this spring in Utah. This program will be included when customers purchase a new Explorer or Edge ST and want to see what the vehicle can do. And speaking of performance, we have one more new product to show you. One that's really near and dear to my heart and takes legendary Ford performance to an all-new level. Have a look.
Well, Joy, if you're ready to race, the first thing we have to do is pick a GT500, and we have some great choices.
But I have to warn you, I've been driving a Mustang since I've been 15.
Yeah, with no license, no insurance, right, Jim? You know, I didn't start driving until I was street legal, but I'll take my chances.
Our first choice is a great 67, the first year of the GT500, and it's in that beautiful original Shelby color scheme.
You know, or I could go with the 1968 GT500KR. It has even more power than the 67.
That's right, the king of the road. We even have the last original Shelby GT500 from 1969 to choose from, and we have even a cooler one to choose.
Wow, it's a GT500 mystery car. Let's unlock it and see what it can do.
All right, so if you're ready to race, let's put our headsets on, and let's invite everyone in the audience to come along for the ride. Well, what do you think? Meet the most powerful street legal Ford we've ever built. It's the all-new Shelby GT500. I once asked Carroll what was his favorite Shelby, the Cobras, the GT40, which one? He said, the next one. Well, Carroll, you'd love this next one. It's the same Ford performance team that won Le Mans. They poured their heart and soul into this GT500. They gave it a unique hand-built version of our 5.2-liter aluminum alloy engine in our GT350 and a 2.6-liter supercharger built by Eaton in Athens, Georgia. It delivers more than 700 horsepower through a dual-clutch transmission that changes gears in less than 100 milliseconds. So this GT500 can go 0 to 60 in the mid 3-second range, and it'll turn a quarter mile at under 11 seconds. That's as much power as our actual brand new NASCAR Mustang race cars, but this one is street legal. The GT500 is so much more than just a 0 to 60 performance car. It has the dynamics you would expect from the team that won Le Mans, Ford Performance. And the styling also delivers on that Detroit swagger and has the most downforce ever in a Mustang. So it's time to embarrass some supercars at a Ford price. This kicks off the freshest, strongest lineup of new trucks, utilities, electric vehicles, and performance vehicles we've ever delivered, and they're coming in the next 24 months. So, thank you for the opportunity to share just a glimpse of some of the great vehicles that are coming soon. We couldn't be more proud as a Ford team. And now I'd like to invite Bill Ford and the entire team back for a photo opportunity, and then after that, come on up and take a closer look.